Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, all the people who are sitting here and all the people who are watching us. I'd like to start with a gentle reminder to make sure that your cell phones are please turned off or to mute. My name is Reverend Sherry Beckton, and it is my delight to be your presider today. Our center is all denominational and teaches and practices the principles of the science of mind. The purpose of our community is to provide a supportive spiritual home that encourages personal growth and learning, offers vibrant community events, and accessible spiritual inspiration to the world. We come together to discover tools, practices, strategies for a new way of life, to experience community, and to awaken our spiritual magnificence. Our vision is to create a world that works for everyone, and our mission is to provide the tools, the spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Our centering song is This Little Light of Mine.
I don't know the words. No, just kidding.
And have a wonderful children's choir to lead us. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. It shines out of love, as the darkness from above, shines on me and shines on you, shows you what the prophet do. Shine my light upon you clear, shine my light so far and near. Every dark night let my little light shine. Of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. He gave the gift of love, Tuesday came from peace above. Wednesday told me how I faith. Thursday he gave me a little more grace. Friday told me to watch and pray. Saturday told me just to say. Sunday gave me the power divine. Let my little light shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shine, let it shine, let it shine. Please, if you'll join with me in an opening treatment. And an opening treatment is an affirmative prayer. It's a spiritual tool that we use here. God is the only power, the only presence there is. God is right where I am, right here and right now. I accept that God moves through me and manifests in what I'm doing. All I desire, I already possess. All that I want and need, I already have. My heart and my head are aligned with kindness, love, understanding, peace, joy, wisdom. I accept and draw in the essence of God, and my whole being is transformed. I transcend beyond acceptance. I receive divine blessings in my life, and I am grateful. I know it is already done, and so it is. I release these words into the law, and together we say, and so it is. I just have some announcements. This coming week, we have our first fundraiser happening, and that is the Scrapalooza. And it is a fundraiser that is open to all the crafters who would like to come and craft. But what we need right now is volunteers. We need some people to help us set up on Friday, June 19th at 1 o'clock. The more people we have, the quicker the work gets done. We need tables set up, we need chairs put around them, we need to unload the food, and we need to paper the tables. Really quick, simple, easy tasks. And then on Saturday, we have 3 shifts. We need 2 to 3 people at each one. At 8 a.m., we need a few people to help set up breakfast and then clean up after breakfast is served. 11:30, set up and clean up for lunch, and 5 p.m. set up and clean up for supper. So this sign-up sheet, if you have a few moments to spare, and it's not each one of these tasks is not a lot of time commitment. So it will be on the sign-up table just behind you all. Then we have our steak night fundraiser, which is being led by Rita Mays, and it is on June 25th. That is Thursday evening. It is going to be held at the Sutherland, and Rita has tickets for anyone who would like to pick up and sell tickets to your family and friends and invite people. And there is also a sign-up sheet to help out that night. And we are also gathering prizes for the silent auction. So if you can talk to Rita after that, after service today, that would be really wonderful if you could help out with that. So our speaker today is going to be Kathy Watson. And let's see, Kathy, do you have an inspirational video to share with everyone today?
I do. It's Mark Romero. I don't know if it has a title.
Okay, our video will be Mark Romero, and then it will be followed by Kathy's talk.
Hello, I'm Mark Romero. Welcome to my vidcast, podcast, all of the above cast. I hope you're doing well today. One of the foundational pieces that I do in my vibrational success coaching work is to help people embody the fact that they are made up of the same energy, the same magnificence that set this fantastic universe in motion. So many of us go through life and don't realize the truth of who and what we are. And it is essential if we are truly going to create the vibration of success in our lives, we must embody the truth of our unlimited potential, of our magnificence, of our extraordinary ability to create a most beautiful and magnificent life. So I want to ask you, what would open up for you if you were to embody this truth, if you were to embody the fact that you are made up of the same energy that set the planets in motion, that put the stars in the heavens, and that ultimately beats your heart and does all the things within your body without you thinking about it? What if you were to embody this truth at a higher level within your life? What could possibly open up for you? I want you to think about that while I play this song. This piece is actually called New Beginnings, and it's really dedicated to what new opportunities can open up in our lives if we were to realize our magnificence and unlimited potential. to challenge you this week to go out and to just remember as you go through your life and go through the things that you're doing in your work, in your business, in your relationships, to embody the truth of the magnificence of who and what you are. By doing so, you can literally transform your vibration. And as we all know, you change your vibration, you change your life. Thank you, and have a happy and harmonious day.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here today and for these words of inspiration that set the tone for this coming week. Today's title is Acceptance and Beyond. What do we mean by acceptance, and how do we go beyond it? Acceptance is about surrendering to what is, whether or not we agree with it, without judgment or control, and then allowing life or spirit or creative intelligence or God, however you wish to term it, to unfold. It is allowing God to take care of your needs. It is the divine moving through you. As you allow life to unfold, you move beyond acceptance to transcendence. You embody the qualities of God, and you shine those God qualities into your every moment-to-moment living. It takes courage to stay with what you are feeling, and it may take a lot of practice before we learn to do it effectively. However, as we transcend our emotions, our thoughts, our situation, we move further into our connection with Spirit, with God, into a life of being. Eckhart Tolle reminds us of this in his book, Guardians of Being, when he notes, the key to transformation is to make friends with this moment. What form it takes doesn't matter. Say yes to it. Allow it. Be with it. Have you ever received an email or a letter in the mail, opened it with great anticipation, and delightfully watched the words appear on the page as you unfolded it? I used to get letters from my grandmother when I first moved here into the city, and it was always great anticipation to see what she had written. Unfolding. As I contemplated this word, I was reminded of Michael Beckwith and how he says we're becoming our greater yet to be. Life unfolds as we move from one greater yet to be to the next greater yet to be, or from one experience to the next experience. Unfolding. Isn't that a great word? It even sounds magical. It's about anticipation, about being non-resistant. It's about accepting what is. It's about being open to life as it happens. If you accept and come to know that God is in control, no event can mean doomsday for you. We can rest in the comfort that even if something is outside of our control, it is never outside of the sovereignty of God. Paul Ferrini in Everyday Wisdom put it this way: you can't have control if you want to live a life of spirit. Spirituality requires surrender. You aren't asked to surrender to someone else, nor are you asked to capitulate to your own ego. You are asked to surrender to the river that lies within you, to Spirit. The river, or Spirit, is in charge. Your only choice is to fight its authority, an exhausting choice, or to accept it. Your life is your spiritual path. Be grateful for your unique journey, for your journey has brought you to who you are and where you are today. Don't be too quick to abandon your path for promises of bigger and better experiences. You are exactly getting the experiences that you need to grow. Celebrate you, accept yourself. Your growth and transformation will intensify as you fully embrace the situations and relationships at hand. Accept that your challenges in your life are always opportunities to expand your awareness, your thinking, your unique expression of creativity, your expression of God. By accepting and forgiving your judgments, you learn to embrace your entire experience as it is. You accept and embrace your oneness with all that is? Can you look in the mirror and accept what you see without judgment? Notice that your mirror loves everything and everyone equally. It reflects perfect equanimity. It does not judge. In The Art of Life, Dr. Ernest Holmes says, we must accept the Spirit as our friend and the law, which is action, as our servant. The Spirit is the mind that conceives everything and then continues its creative act through us. When a legitimate desire arises in our consciousness, it is a guarantee of its own fulfillment, provided we accept that fulfillment. It is a choice to accept. It is a choice to do the work. It is a choice to take action. Joel Goldsmith, in Practicing the Presence, notes that material living puts its faith in forms of good. For example, the car, the house, the clothes, the toys. These visible forms are the natural result of the activity of the invisible law and cause. Spiritual living, however, makes use of these things. Spiritual living enjoys all these things, but relies on that which created these forms of good, on the substance, on the invisible. This substance of the universe is within us. As we accept this, our consciousness becomes deeper, spiritually focused, and our confidence in the infinite invisible increases. At the same time, our love, hate, or fear of the external diminishes. When we are conscious of the presence of God, we are conscious of the activity of God, and then so it is unto us. As Paul Ferrini notes, the light shines on everyone. When you realize the light within, that light shines equally on everyone you meet. You don't steer towards certain people or away from others. You don't avoid one relationship to search for another. You learn to love and accept the person who stands before you. You don't waste time resisting what is before you or trying to change it. You embrace it as it is. The best use of the light is to illuminate the darkness, not to make the darkness go away. Illumination brings awareness, understanding, acceptance, and ultimately transformation. Here's an interesting contemplation. Only when you resist what is here in this present moment do you desire what is not. Would you agree that we readily accept that with breath there is life, and without breath there is not life? Yet we can move beyond this. We can use this connection with spirit, this breath, to serve us. So I have about 3 very short clips from Sonia Choquette, and she's talking about the breathing, and if you want to practice with her, feel free.
You want all 3 in a row?
Yeah, you just.
Sometimes when we get really overwhelmed by our own thoughts, maybe the well-meaning but overwhelming input from other people, and we just can't seem to find our way back to center it, to our own heart and intuition, a very good tool to use is an ancient tool from the Tibetans. It's kind of, the thymus thump, where you just go, ha! And you hit the heart and you just expel all the energy in the throat chakra, in the brain. It's a loud kind of a thunderbolt experience, ha! And you really need to push it up from the belly, up and out, and then breathe. And what happens is it's quiet in there. Your mind goes so quiet. At that point, maybe a few quiet breaths and just listen. You can draw your attention back to your heart. And you can follow it up with an out loud question, my heart says, or the guidance is. And this breath is very dynamic and it's very powerful. It interrupts, it's like a circuit breaker that just sort of shatters the
possessing thoughts that just really leave you feeling confused and distraught. Out of sorts with what's right for you in the moment. So again, just push the air up in your belly, thump that chest, and you really let out a loud ha instead of ha. You know, you just really, it's a forceful expulsion. I call this totally running the pool. So, of course, you might want to try it in the privacy of the bathroom or the shower. It'd be nice at work if you have a little more courage. So give it a try when you need to reset. It always works. Breathing is a very important part of opening yourself up to receive more intuitive energy because it expands the spirit in the body and it quiets your mind. So this breathing technique is wonderful for releasing stress and opening yourself up to your higher inspiration. First, take an inhale, but open your jaw until you hear a click in your ears. And as you do that inhale, you'll notice that your heart and throat open up and expand as well. So, and then, again. The more that you do this, the more you'll train yourself to get out of that left brain, which I call fight, flight, freeze, figure out. And it pulls you into this heart-centered, listening, more right brain state of mind. Another version of that is you can just take the inhale in, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, exhale all the air in your lungs, then breathe in again regularly. When you blow out like you're blowing on a birthday candle, you exhale more of the old stagnant air, and when you inhale in the second inhale, your lungs expand tremendously, and it gives you a calming, grounding, quiet state of mind result. So these are two very easy breaths. Just or and breathe in through the nose. And then go to a regular breath and just ask yourself, what does my intuition say? Try these two breaths and practice back and forth. You'll see a big result. Sometimes we get stuck in our heads and we get really disconnected from our intuition. Or another version of that, or variant of that, is that you feel your intuition, but you're just sort of in a state of inertia or stagnation, and you can't quite bring yourself to embody that guidance and take action. So another very good breath to share with you that can kind of get your energy moving and kind of quiet that overactive mind is what I call the breath of life. Some people call it the breath of fire. There's various names for it, but it's just a real quick breath. So you put one hand here on the chest and one hand here on the belly. And you're going to breathe in through your nose really quickly. This is not necessarily something that you can do real easily in the beginning. For a long period of time, you can build it up. So even if you can do it, say 10 times, pushing the belly in and out helps a lot in expanding that, and then finishing it with sort of a nice quiet, and close your eyes. That's kind of creates a fiery energy, an activating energy in your body, and it really does kind of quiet the mind and allows you to feel more direct contact with your intuition, which is an energy. And that energy can then move, you know, if the breath gets stagnant, the ability for this subtle energy to move you also goes into a state of inertia. Try it in the mirror, have a Kleenex. Sometimes when you're doing this kind of quick breath, things fly out of your nose, it's perfectly natural, but it really does work. It's also an energizing breath, and it can get you out of a funk or a negative state of mind or a state of depression or insecurity or lack of confidence. So it's a really powerful breath to try, and I encourage you to try it now.
So easy things to do that we can try if we want. So God is life, God is love, God is spirit, God is all. There is no way in which God can be left out of its own universe. But even though you are one with all of this, have you ever left yourself out of it? Electricity has no value unless it is connected in some way for a particular use. Yet electricity is everywhere. So it is with the Spirit of God. God is everywhere, in, through, above, below, round about. But it is only effective in our experience to the extent we accept and realize it. Something to ponder. Everyone wants more, yet how often do we live more? How often do we express our godliness more? Savor our life. Savor moment-to-moment living. How often do we make every moment count? This is the real feeling and taste of spirituality. I remember when I had my chocolate/lunch/coffee shop, I had 2 customers that came regularly, and they would have lunch and order chocolate. And the one would eat her chocolate like right away, and the other one, and it came to be kind of a joke, you know, between the 3 of us. The other one savored her chocolate. She would sit it there and she would admire it and she would look at it, and it was almost like she was, you know, just honoring that chocolate. And sometimes she would even leave without having eaten it yet. So all of us have that creative spark within us. Accept that you are the co-creator of your life. Put yourself in the driver's seat. Open your heart to spirit. Express spirit as only you can. Accept that you have the most important piece of knowledge, that the source of the love you are seeking is within you. In the book, Working with the Law, Raymond Hollywell says, blessing another calls forth the highest good within you. The highest good within you can only attract the highest good from another. If one resists a situation, that situation will always return. Try to run away from it, and a shadow follows. To offer no resistance makes it easy for one to be amicable, and he who thought himself your enemy will find it a pleasure and a privilege to be your friend. The law of life reacts upon man according to man's understanding, acceptance, and application. Remove and dissolve every obstacle by blessing it and being willing to understand it. It is no longer a stumbling block, but a stepping stone, leading to your highest good. Life is a gift. It is to be lived in relationship with your Creator. In his book, Love and Law, Dr. Ernest Holmes encourages us to realize the infinite light, the majestic power, and to realize that mind that holds within itself all the great system of planets. To realize the tremendous power of attraction that holds everything in place. To realize it is yours. It is yours, this gift. It is the divine birthright of every living soul. It is only we who block or limit ourselves. Dr. Holmes goes on to say, when Earth's last picture is painted, eternal, majestic, infinite mind, infinite intelligence, flowing through your soul. It is perfect. It is complete. It is cause. It is effect. It is conditions. It is creative power. It is all. Take it. Accept this gift. As you accept that you are an individualization of God expressing, as you accept that you are the flow of God's grace, as well as in the flow of God's grace, your life unfolds into your greater yet to be. You transcend beyond acceptance. You live from your soul. You come to realize that the hours and the minutes and the seconds of the day are sacred. You find a living connection to spirit that infuses and informs everything you do. You experience every aspect of divinity, that deeper, more enlightened part of who you are. You accept that there is no separation between you and divinity. You and divinity are one. You evolve beyond appearances. Your evolving self already is. It does not need to be cultivated or grown. It is your truest self. It is always right here, right now. All you need do is to learn how to give your attention to it, to bring it forth. Accept that your life is a blessing to you and to others. Your life is about how you touch other lives. You are limitless because spirit is within you. Source, the creator of all things, is within you. You are one with Source, a part of it and inseparable from it. Accept this and embody it. Live it. Spirit is always expanding and expressing more fully. Accept this growth. You are wisdom, power, love, abundance, peace, beauty, joy. Just as you readily accept that you are alive, readily accept that you are all of these divine qualities, all of these God qualities. You are a perfect divine template. If you do not believe it, challenge yourself until you can accept it. Life begins anew in every moment. We have opportunity in every single moment to reimagine our life, to be the grandest vision of who we are, to be a better and better version of ourselves. It is your choice. All of life is about choice. Listen for the song of God, that vibration already within you, that inner guidance. Become one with your feelings. Breathe and listen. Make it a point to pay attention to your breath, even if only for a few seconds, once every hour. This is a great way to remind ourselves of our connection with spirit. Bring the presence into everything you do. As our closing song last month said, go with God. Then begin to move this presence from a daily practice to a state of being. Accept what is and let things unfold. When you set something up and let it go, it allows you to remain focused on communion with God instead of focused on goals. Focus on God in your own way. Let go of any blocks or limitations you have put in place. Why do we need to let go? We let go so we can be open to receive. Make God the priority. Experience this oneness. Accept now that love is the natural byproduct of communion with God. Lose yourself and you'll find yourself in the presence, one with Creator, in a place of love. Just as everything has its origin, its oneness in God, everything has its destination or solution in oneness. No matter what happens, God is the source. No matter what happens, God is the answer. Look at blocks and limitations as reminders that you have moved away from oneness. As you shift and transcend, your daily life becomes a living spiritual practice. You experience and live an illuminated life. You live in wholeness because you are aligned with your deepest values and your deepest knowing. As you awaken and connect with your intentions and aspirations, you experience your divine and unique self. In oneness, you align with the sacredness of everyone and everything. You are on your transformational journey. Accept. Do not resist, limit, or put up roadblocks, and you will experience transcendence by moving beyond what is. Acceptance and beyond. In closing, these words from Paul Ferrini. The love of God goes with you. It moves your legs, reaches with your hands, speaks with your voice, and sees with your eyes. Because of you, love goes forth into the world. Without you, love would be invisible. That love that expresses through you is the Holy Presence. You are a human vehicle ablaze with the divine light. You are the very embodiment of God's love. I bless you and I thank you for coming today. So I invite the ushers to come forward for the prosperity giving. So as you hold your gift, your donation with love, Spirit is the animating consciousness of my being. I know that the whole secret of life is in outpouring, so I give this monetary contribution with a grateful and loving heart. I give this money of my own free will in support of God's work through this Center for Spiritual Living, Saskatoon. I am grateful for this opportunity to support the Signs of Mind teaching, my spiritual home, and this work so that more of God can be revealed. I accept that this giving empowers me with spiritual grace to do more good and to receive more good. I am free to be the I am that I am. And I bless and release this gift to the highest good. And together we say, and so it is. And our offertory song is So Much Magnificence. Knuckle bump. David, can I just do the closing treatment while the music plays? Okay, so it's time for a closing treatment. I know that I am one with all that is. I am one with the creative intelligence of the universe, with Spirit, with God. And I accept that these words by Eckhart Tolle speak to my highest good. So I'm just going to read a few pages from the book, Guardians of Being. We don't fall below thinking, we rise above it. Nature will teach you to be still if you don't impose on it a stream of thoughts. A very deep meaning takes place when you perceive nature in that way without naming things. When you don't cover up the world with words and labels, A sense of the miraculous returns to your life that was lost a long time ago when humanity, instead of using thought, became possessed by thought. A depth returns to your life. Things regain their newness, their freshness. What is it that so many people find enchanting in animals? It is their essence, their being. And whenever you feel that same essence in another, you also feel it in yourself. Every being is a spark of the divine. When you are present, you can sense the spirit, the one consciousness in every creature and every person. Love it as yourself. Love is a deep empathy with the other's beingness. You recognize yourself, your essence, in the other. You are not separate from the whole. You are one with the sun, the earth, the air. You don't have a life. You are life. The one life, the one consciousness, takes on the form of a man or a woman, a blade of grass, a dog, a planet, a sun, a galaxy. This is the play of forms, the dance of life. We are ultimately not separate, not from one another, nor from any living thing. The flower, the tree, the cat, the dog. You can sense yourself in them, the essence of who you are. You could say it is God. And I am grateful for this knowing. I accept the divine blessings that flow into my life. As I abide in this oneness, all needs dissolve. Only grace remains. And I release these words unto the law, knowing it is already so. And together we say, and so it is. And our closing song is God Makes Me Want to Sing.
Help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. It feels so good, I can do most anything. I'm loving every little thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. We're all precious, no one less or more. We've all in store, that's why I'm loving every little thing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. It feels so good, I can do most anything. In life, no matter what comes, it always turns out alright. Oh yeah. Just get right down to how I feel. Let's take a deep breath and cry. I believe in my guiding lights, taking me somewhere. It's okay, just let it play. With the wind in my back and a smile upon my face. Oh, yeah. Live my dream a little more each day. And the kids get easier.
to the higher plane. Sing with me, boys.
Help it. God makes me wanna sing. Can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. Makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Help it. God makes me wanna sing. Can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. Feels so good, I can do most anything. Help it, God makes me wanna sing. Can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Feels so good, I can do most anything.